Afternoon, Vill. Tough pill to swallow that. 2-0 defeat to Stockton. What's your thoughts?
Performance was good. We started off first half really bright. Great reaction from last week in terms of the attitude to the game. And to be honest, you wouldn't have, put a difference between them who were top of league and who weren't, because we certainly matched and we're probably the better team. Probably shaved the first half. But we didn't take his chances. We had one cleared off the line, and a couple of good opportunities where we should have done better. We didn't, and that's our theme at the minute. We didn't, and it's 0-0 at half time, and you go in and you say, okay, it's 0-0. You're playing well. And you come out, and I mean, I have to see it again. It looks soft, but we're defending from the wrong side. I think we're all over the place, or it seemed like we're all over the place from the throw-in. And obviously it's a penalty, and then you go, right, okay, and then we concede obviously 1-0 down, and the game's opened up now because obviously we have to go for a goal, which makes it difficult. They create a couple of good opportunities which they would have felt they certainly should have scored from. We could create some good openings which again we should have done better from. And then we lose Aiden, which makes it difficult again defensively. And the game stretch, it's you have it, we have it. We're having periods, they're having periods, and I think in the end we switch off from a free kick. I don't think it's a free kick. I thought the referee was one of the poorest I've had this season, certainly. And it's not a free kick, but they get the free kick, and then it's poor play from a defensive point of view, particularly from our perspective. We're not strong enough on the desire to stop the attack and the 2v1, and I've obviously let the player know, and that's 2-0, and it's late on. Obviously the game's dead at that point.
Yeah, obviously apart from last week, there seemed to be the running theme of having these chances, not taking them. Gaffer, and it's a solution we've got to rectify. We don't want to keep sliding down the league table. So
yeah, but it's the issue we've got is it's difficult to rectify. You look at the difference in the two teams. They can go and obviously sign Moss captain. We're looking to bring kids in from our youth setup and junior setup, and we just we are where we are. We've got what we've got. It's difficult to recruit because of we ensure that we cut our cloth accordingly. So we pay what we can afford, and unfortunately we were not in a position to go out and get a ready-made acquisition that's better than what we've got, or that can come in and hit the ground running. That's the difficulty. We have to go out and find gems, and certainly at the top end of the pitch, that is where we're struggling. And at the minute we're missing Lawrence. That it's not an excuse. It's the reason. We have Lawrence in these 4 or 5 games, and we certainly pick up more points than we have done. And that's it. It's clear for everybody to see. There's no, we can go up performances here and there, and devil knows what. You've seen the performance of Elliott today, who was a centre midfielder, played up top. The difference he made, and obviously he's not a striker. He's a midfielder, and he's played as number 9 today and been absolutely immense. Great performance. But in the end, he's not a number 9, and he's not a natural goal scorer. So that's the difficulty. It's tough. It's tough because the lads are, barring last week against Dunstan, where we were, really poor, and it's one to forget for all the reasons I mentioned last week. But today, I can't fault them, and it's tough because they know it, they can see it. They're trying everything. They're not, trying to score. They're getting in goal scoring positions. They're just not. It's just not running for them. So what I've said to them is we've got to be. You've got to shut the door or lock the house when you're going out the house. And today we haven't done that, and unfortunately we've lost the game.
Yeah, you speak about individual performances there. Obviously Elliott up top were superb, but I think 2 others as well. I think Mike in goal. He's had really good games this year. Not got to mention, I think he made 2 or 3 amazing saves today, and also the new lad Josh Decker at centre half. I think they were superb. Brilliant
debut for Josh. He's come in, a week with us, and he's fitted in brilliantly. You can see he's obviously the level and the fitness. We're still a little bit behind the door on that, but his performance was top draw. It was top draw, and he didn't deserve to be on the losing side today, and neither did Mikey. You know, all the lads didn't really. Mikey was brilliant, pulled off 2 great saves. He was assured, and obviously during his time with us, he's been, he's improved week on week. So obviously it'll be his last game today, because he'll be going back to Huddersfield now that Brett's fit, and obviously we've got Jamie, so he's come in and obviously filled that gap for us and done brilliantly. So I'd like to thank Huddersfield for loaning us Mikey, but his loan's now up, and like you say, he's done brilliantly today.
Yeah, next game, Gaffer. Down to another not so easy task in Works up probably the biggest spenders in this league this year. So I mean, that in itself, before looking on the pitch, just says it all in terms of the challenge that we've got.
Yeah, listen, every game's tough for us now. Obviously we're down there. We've got to try and pick something up. We did the stat when we last played them. They've got over 3,000 league appearances, if not more, in their setup. They're ambitious. They're going for it. They're favourites. They're in a false position because they're behind on games, which you'd expect them to pick up the points they need to get into the position they want to be. So it's going to be tough, and we've got Corey coming back into it. He'll be available, but as I say, we're still a couple of weeks out on Lawrence. So the good news is he'll be back training next week, or towards the back end of next week. But Saturday comes too soon, so he won't be available for that. So we just have to go with the same attitude. And as I said to the lads, if you keep doing what we've done today, keep believing and staying a little bit more solid defensively, we'll start picking up points.
Yep, that's one. Safe journey home. See you next Saturday.
Cheers.